Hi Tori. Hi Ray. Hi Christine. Hi. The reason I was asking if I was actually here um, is because I am having an existential crisis because Daniel, bless him, at Stage It, has spent over an hour and 10 minutes with me this morning trying to help me get online with doing the sound check, and I don't like to blame Mercury retrograde because it's just, it's just too easy, but it's kind of bizarre that I literally could not manage to get online with my laptop. So first of all, thank you to Daniel for all your patience and for helping me. Thank you to Liz, who's helping me stage manage this, and she's going to help me make sure I get all the right prizes to all the right people today. But also thank you to Rob Benedict, who drove round and delivered his laptop to me. So I'm actually not on my laptop, I'm on Rob's laptop. I haven't looked through his emails so far. I might do that afterwards, but thank you so much. I literally wouldn't be here without many people helping me. So I've done a few deep breaths, in for 4, out for 7, but I am slightly still not in my body because it's been so stressful. But the main thing is I am actually here with you now, I think. So that's why I'm asking, am I here? It's all working. Right, okay. So I just saw somebody say in the chat that they would like some bling. So, yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Happy January! Happy 2021! It can't be worse than 2020, right? And so I did a reel when I was home in Scotland. My mum made me clear out 14 boxes of stuff from my attic, and it made me come back here, and I cleared through all of my jewellery boxes, and I'm a real magpie. Oh, good! That's so nice to hear that, Danielle. Her mum's a fan now, Supernatural. Anyway, I have literal sparkly jewels that I have worn, and that I sort of thought it's good feng shui and all that, isn't it? Like, there's no point in having things. I feel like there's no point in having things hanging around, and I feel there's some really cool things here that I just thought, for example, I imagined there's some people I know I'm definitely going to give a prize to already. I had a couple of people in mind, but like I have this actual gorgeous jewel. Can you see it? Oh, am I going near the camera? Things like that I'm like, I've worn it. I might not wear it again, and maybe Tori might like it, I thought. And there's one here I thought for Bridget, and there's one here for Brittany, and a few other people, the usual suspects. But I have quite a lot of really cool things, including I have some moon earrings, and I have some love hearts, and then I have just ridiculously sparkly things. And so what's going to happen is the top 2 tippers, and like maybe the top 3, it depends, because sometimes I can't, if people have paid similar amounts, I'll do 4 phone calls, or I'll do 3, or whatever seems fair for the top couple of people I will do, and they can choose a jewel. But like, look at this. I'm sort of having second thoughts now that I might keep this. But I'll try not to. But anyway, so I have quite a few different fun things that I thought, I don't know, people might like a keepsake of mine. And I think it's kind of cool, good to recycle and all that. So, hope that makes sense. So the top few tippers will get a Skype call with me and something sparkly, and then randomly through no, it's adjustable, Krista, and I actually don't have that skinny fingers. I'm like a 7.5. Throughout this, and this is where Liz is going to help me, I'm going to answer some of your questions, and people who ask me some cool or different questions, just like a side note, probably not one about pranks. Anyway, people who ask me cool or interesting questions, I might just suddenly decide to give them my diamond love hearts. my lovely little diamond love heart earrings, I might suddenly decide to give them these. And Liz will take a note of it. So please make sure you've got your names. So I need to know your name, because the handles can be so different from the names. So make sure that we know who you are, and make sure you've got your address, your postal address, and email, and everything else in your information. I think I got confused last time, and I don't know if everybody got everything they were supposed to, but I wanted them to. So anyway, the other thing I thought was, what I might also reward is if people have thought up like the first line of a song, and obviously I'm not that much of a singer, you know, I do my best. But maybe if you give me the first line of a song, and if I can't catch them all, if it's going too quickly, Liz will text them to me. You know, maybe I'll improvise a song, and it'll be less about the singing and the tune and the tone and the pitch, and more just about the zinginess of the lyric. I'm not really that great at rhyming either. But I thought, what the hell? What have we got to lose today? I just want us to have some fun, get some bling, catch up, and entertain ourselves for a little while. How does that sound? Sound all right? I hope so. Good. Okay. I also am more prepared today. I thought I was so prepared. That's why I can't believe the sound check. So bananas. I even have my glasses with me so I can read your comments more clearly. Okay. Aw, thanks, Tori. Martha, wonderful. You're gorgeous. Okay, direction. Okay, I missed it. I think can I scroll back on the chat, on the questions? Can I do that? Can I scroll back on the chat? Oh yeah, I can. I can scroll back on the chat and maybe see some past questions. Okay. Question. Okay, Rebecca, why? If you could suggest one place in Scotland to visit, where would it be and why? I think that was it. Liz, text me and let me know you caught that one. Kayla's giving me a ref for spamming. Or no, she's giving other people a ref. Okay. Liz, let me know you caught that person's name and handle. About the Scotland question. I'm always going to respond well to a Scotland question. Let me know, Liz, that you got that person, so that I don't make sure that they get their reward. So if I could visit one place in Scotland and why, or give advice, Liz has just texted me. I'll make sure I've got that person. It's not recognising my own face. Maybe it's because I've got my glasses on. Got it, she's got it. Okay, so you'll get your prize. So, one place. Scotland's just so amazing. One place. You know, I'm going to go, I've said it before, I'm going to go Kelpies again. They're new, so they're not old, but the Kelpies and horses in Scotland, we've got such a connection and through horses, and they were such part of our industrial life and farming and everything else, and helped build Scotland really. And love horses. Who doesn't love horses? And the Kelpies are these beautiful statues in my hometown, so that's part of the reason I would suggest that. And they were lit up gold for the Olympics, and they can do different things with them, and they're huge big horses' heads, and when you're on the freeway, we call it the motorway, when you drive past you can see them, and they're just kind of beautiful. And I like, I'm a fan of modern art. I love old stuff too, but like, there's no reason that something new and current and that's been done really well can't be a brilliant landmark and something you shouldn't go and see, So I'm going to say Kelpies, and I'm also going to just tell you, maybe you're not interested in this, but my family, I come from a farming background, and my 9th great-grandfather, listen to this, I think this is funny, other people don't think it's funny, but my 9th great-grandfather, I think 9th, was Alexander Hamilton Brown. So I always sing that when the song's on, Alexander Hamilton, I sing Brown, and he was a farmer. And so horses go way back in my family history, and my great-grandfather was a horse whisperer. he was good with the horses, as they say in Scotland, and he was only in his early 40s. Some people we know might be that age. Anyway, there was a horse upside down in a ditch in terrible weather, and he got inside the ditch and helped coax the horse out of the ditch, and the horse was saved. But he got pneumonia, and he died. That's how my great-grandfather died, saving a horse. And he loved horses, and my grandfather loved horses. And we've got stables now on my land, not fancy, posh ones, just really normal for normal people that love horses. So that's what you get when you ask a good question, me waffling on. Maybe that's not what you want. I don't know. So maybe I should move on. One down. Okay. Right. Next question or song lyric. And, if you give me a song lyric, I will be forced to sing. So that's on you guys if you want me to do that. Everything's going so quickly now. I'm going to try and slow down. I can't see everything going so quickly. What's your favourite song that Rob wrote? I don't know who asked. I have no idea who asked that question. Liz, text me and let me know if you can find them. That was around about 12:09. Liz, if you want to look there in the time thing. What's my favourite song that Rob has written? I loved Wave. I thought that was like a really epic song. I love a lot of Loud and Swain songs. I love a lot of songs he's written on his own. I really love the one he wrote more recently. I think he's called it Star, and he swears a little bit in it, which I'm not a big advocate of. Like Liz has told me if she's found the person, she can find them after the show. Okay, she'll find you after the show. So yeah, I think it's called Star. You're my star. That one. Do you know the one I mean? I really like that one. I think it's so simple and so perfect, and like an instant song that you remember. And I can see it in a movie. I can see it in a soundtrack, and I hope. And maybe, I don't want to. I shouldn't say too much, but I hope he might record it or do something with it. Okay, that answers that question. I'm not seeing very many song lyrics for me to sing along to. Oh, Gretchen. I think the question was if I was 5. If I was 5, is that right? And I was in my body now, what would be the first thing I would do? I think that was the question. And I think when you're 5, I think you just so want to be able to do what adults do. Do you know what I mean? I'll tell you another story. Kind of about that. My mum doesn't smoke anymore, bless her, because I moaned at her so much when I was a teenager. But she smoked 20 a day Benson and Hedges when I was really young, and she had a leather pouch with the cigarettes inside and the lighter. And when I was like 4 years old or whatever, she would say to me, "Go and can you get my cigarettes from the other room?" She would always like get me doing little things. I think Liz got that person. Yeah. So I would bring her the cigarettes through in the leather pouch, and she would open them up, and like some of the cigarettes would be damp because I would have been pretending to smoke when I was like 4, because like you copy what adults do. So one day she said to me, we're sitting down in the lounge on the ground like this, and she said to me, she had her cigarettes, and she said to me, "Would you like one?" And I was like, "Yeah." I couldn't believe it. And so she lit a cigarette for me. I couldn't believe that I was getting to do this thing that adults do, And so she took a smoke, and she gave me the cigarette, and she said, "So what you do is you breathe in really deep." And so I did that, and then I coughed and coughed and coughed and coughed, and I cried a little bit. And she said, "Do you want some more?" And I think I tried it one more time, and it was so horrible. She said, "You don't want to smoke, do you? Not really." And I said, "No." And so we put the cigarettes away, and that was it for me. I never ever wanted to smoke, and eventually moaned at her so much as a teenager. She gave up smoking too. And so if I was 5 years old, but in my body now and could do anything I wanted to do, I wouldn't smoke. That's not what I would do. But if I was 5, I would probably put on all my grown-up fancy clothes, because that was another thing I always wanted to put on, like my mum's clothes and dress up like an adult. And I would just go out and I'd probably try and drive the car, which that's probably a bit reckless, but I probably would, because another memory I have is sitting on my dad's knee and steering his lorry. And that was really fun to do. So yeah, I'd probably do the same things that I wanted to do when I was 4 or 5. I hope that answers that question. Okay, I'm going to really try and read some, because there's so many people are sending such cool questions. Belarus? Belarus. I think the Belarus person. Belarus. Oh, slow down. Okay, Belarus. Okay. If you could speak one language, is that what it is? Oh man, if everyone could slow down messaging just for 1 second. Maybe the question from Belarus could just get posted and we could slow down. Liz, if you can see the question, maybe you could text it to me. I think the question from the person in Belarus... Oh, Dasha. Dasha from Belarus. Liz, if you let me know that you've got them. Okay. And I think the question is, if I could speak one language, what would it be? And if I could just click my heels together 3 times and speak a different language, I'm finding it hard to choose between French, which I love, German, which my grandmother spoke, and Spanish, and also Portuguese, and also Cantonese, Mandarin, Russian. I'm going to make a choice. I'm going to say French, because I can speak a little bit of it already, and it's really frustrating to me that I can't speak more. And I would love to be in a French movie or French film. I think they do beautiful stuff. And they also like mature ladies there sometimes in movies and films and things, and I think that would be cool. Is that all right? Are you into that answer? Does that do we like that? Let me know. Okay, I'm still haven't seen a song lyric. Oh, and if you also, in your information with the tipping and everything, if you put in if you prefer a ring, or you prefer a bracelet, or you prefer a necklace, I also have a really cool brooch. I thought this is so pretty. Isn't it so? I'm doing it wrong. It's so pretty. I thought maybe Bridget might like that one if she's here. I'm not sure if she is. We'll see. Okay. Oh man, Liz, can you help me out? Can you send me a question, because they're so fast? I'm struggling to see them all. This was something I did not foresee as an issue. Man, they're so fast. Liz, if you can see one song lyric, I'm talking to my phone. I'm talking to Liz. My phone's over here, and I'm talking at my phone, because in my head Liz is in my phone. Does that make sense? Do you hear me more clearly that way, Liz? Could you grab one lyric and send it to me, because it's so fast, I'm struggling. Somebody She's going to message me back. I was seeing something about Russia there. Ground control to Major Tom. Anne Jones. Okay, so that's already a song. I was thinking like an original song lyric, like just like something you might say that we could then riff on. And also just, we already know the song so well. Ground control to Major Tom. If I try and rhyme, it will probably bomb. See? There's the gold. There it is. Liz, please let me know you got that person too. Ground control to Major Tom. That's not the tune. If I try and rhyme this, I'll probably bomb. It seemed to work better the first time when I just didn't overthink it. I am not going to stay on it long because it's not going to win me any gong. Mariah Allen. Okay, Mariah Allen. Oh, this is a different one. Liz, tell me you got that person that said the ground control to Major Tom over and over and over and over and over again. Oh, so Mariah Allen is the lyric. Just because I'm sad don't mean that I'm unhappy. Thank you, Liz is going to find the other person. So I think we're on like 5 or 6 things just now. I've got a few more to go. Mariah Allen. Just because I'm sad don't mean that I'm unhappy. Just because I'm glad don't mean that I'm sappy. Just because I am rhyming doesn't mean to say I'm good at it. Just because I'm trying to sing doesn't mean to say I should it. See? That's why I don't do too many song rhymes and things. But thank you, Mariah Allen. I like that. That's a good song lyric to start with. Just because I'm sad don't mean that I'm unhappy. Just because I'm glad don't mean that I am sappy. I'm going to stick with that. And, you know, if you want to, like, you know, let other people know about my songwriting skills, I actually have written a couple of songs. I wrote a song. I hope my mum's not watching. I hope Viv's not watching either. I did write a song called the Fuck You song that I'm really proud of. Maybe one day, or maybe I've got the lyric in the tune. I've got it in my phone. I recorded it. Maybe I could play you the Fuck You song, but it's not like, not you. It's like somebody I was annoyed at. Would that be fun? Am I going too far? Anyway, please publish it. Oh, somebody asked if I could be alive at any point in history, when would that be? Now, the thing is, we're really lucky, right, to be alive. Liz, hopefully you can find that person. You know, when you look back in history, you think, oh, you know, I would love to have worn a corset and, you know, been in the court of Henry VIII and maybe not got my head chopped off. Or you think, but, you know, when you think how badly probably some of those costumes and, not costumes, but like clothes, how bad they actually did smell, maybe not, you know. And you think back to Egypt, and you think back to all these times, all these amazing times in history, and you think, wow. Or even, you know, I sometimes think if I was just born 5 years before I was born, but knew everything that I know, that you could just be ahead of the curve the whole time. That's my answer. I want to be born 5 years ahead, but with the consciousness of what I would have if I had been born at the time that I was. I think that's the answer. Because then, for example, you could just like invest in startups like Google, or Just different things like that, I think. And then you could probably, when you got the job on Supernatural, you would then know like 5 years in the future you would still have a job. And that would be awesome. That would be awesome to know that even if you were killed a few times, that you were still going to be there and end up being the queen of hell. That, like, stuff like that. I don't, maybe that spoils it all. So maybe in history I just want to actually be born when I'm born. But anyway, somebody cleverer than me that once said this about periods of time in history, like how we live now. We can fly through the air on airplanes. We can turn a tap. You say faucet, turn a tap, and you have hot water come out. We live like pharaohs. We can have food delivered to our door. So many of us now, and obviously I understand, right? Not everyone has financial abundance, but some of the poorer people in the countries that we live in, compared to what they could do in the past, we live like pharaohs. We fly through the air. Sometimes, apart from during COVID. Anyway, so thank you for that question. I'm really enjoying these different questions. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad not to hear me have to laugh about pranks? Aren't you glad? Isn't this the way forward? Okay, again, I'm struggling to see all the. Oh no, oh no. I'm struggling to see all the. I'm struggling to see all the questions are so fast. Liz, if you see a good question, before we go into the encore, and I think for encore it'd be good if there was a couple more songs. I mean, haven't you thought they were awesome? Haven't you really thought, like, aren't you glad like I've musically uplifted you all as well? Okay, can anybody help me and tell me if there's a way to slow this down so I can just see one question at a time? It's too hard. Pause. Oh no, maybe I should do a screenshot on Rob's computer. You might wonder why I've got lots of screenshots. I'm not answering that question. I can see a question over and over again about the finale, and I'm not. I don't need to do that to myself today. Okay, it's been it's been stressful enough. Come on now, don't drop me in it like that. I will say that after the finale, there are lots of reasons for the finale being the way it was, and good reasons, and people doing their best, and all kinds of things. But wow, afterwards, I never had to get off Twitter before, and I really seem to upset some people without meaning to really. I really admire the passion and the intensity, and it just shows you obviously how much it meant to so many people. But it was a lot, you guys. It probably not probably. Sorry, I know you don't see you guys anymore, y'all. It probably wasn't. It was an emotional time for us all. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not passing any other remark. Okay, there's an admin setting where you can slow down the chat. Okay. That's what I'm going to take a photograph of my phone. That's what I'm going to do. So I might just capture your question or lyric. Okay, that was a good idea, Liz. Okay. I'm going to do another one. There's a couple of good ones there. I'm going to do a couple more. Especially, I'm looking for song lyrics. Thank you, Liz. You're a genius. Okay. Sam Winchester's hair. Hey, Ruth. I'm Ollie. What's one really weird thing that you genuinely enjoy eating that most people do not? Well, I was a really, really fussy eater when I was growing up. I also, I couldn't, when you've like maybe you don't have this dessert so much other places, but you have rhubarb and custard. Like, I couldn't have them in the same bowl. I don't know, anybody else like that? Like, I keep playing. Okay, I'm going to keep playing. Um, yeah, I couldn't have things in the same bowl. I was so fussy. And I would live off of, I'd have white bread with cucumber and cheese, no butter. I would have spaghetti hoops on toast. I would have fish and chips from the chip shop. Not much else. Chocolate biscuits. There are probably, reasons as to why I should really be taller than I am, and I eat so much better now. The one really weird thing that I genuinely enjoy eating that most people do not know, lots of people like, I love tempeh, and it's like congealed rice, and I sort of am obsessed with rice. I could eat it every day. I don't know what that means about me, and it's not, I mean, lots of people like rice, really they do, but maybe not every day, and not also congealed, and then, or compacted rice, I suppose is what tempeh is. I'm obsessed with lime. I realised one day I was having lime chips with my juice that was lime juice that I also had squeezed a quarter of a lime in, and I brought over a bottle of lime cordial from Scotland. I mean, lots of people like lime, but maybe not as much as I do. I like a lemon, but lime. I think lime's probably an underrated fruit. I love these questions. I love just waffling with you. Thank you so much. Thank you for going with me on this one. Right, I want a song lyric now. I'm going to take another picture. Okay, and I've got this as well. I really love this. I might actually keep this. It's really cool. I've got lots of different things. This one. Maybe the next person will get this one. We'll see. It's going to cost me a fortune in postage, you guys, but I'm going to do my bit. Right, okay. Song lyrics now. Okay. So, hi Ruth. Catherine Veltman. Hi Ruth, there are many Russians here. Can you say anything in Russian? We love you. Oh, thank you. So, I do know the Russian word for cheers. I used to know 2 lines of Russian, and now I've mixed them up in my head, but I had to speak Russian in a play once, and then luckily enough I got this audition. It was my first proper TV audition really in the UK, and I got the job playing, and I know it's different now, things have changed since I auditioned, but I got the job playing a Ukrainian a cleaning lady who was an ex-Soviet gymnast who actually was a spy in disguise, and it was a pilot, and it's called Above Their Stations, and it was really cool. I was the only person in it I didn't recognise. Like, it was famous people like Dennis Lawson and Ashley Madekwe and Simon Dutton, and really amazing people, and I got this job. And I got the job. They liked my photograph, and I got into the audition, and I said I hardly had any TV auditions at the time. First proper TV audition, really, and I'm in the television studios, and I get, the call back, and I used these 2 lines of Russian that I knew from this play that I've now mixed in my brain, so they're not proper words now, but I will say them at some point soon. I'm stalling. I was doing my Russian accent, which I might not embarrass myself by trying to do right now, but I had worked hard on it at the time, and I think it was not bad at the time, my Ukrainian accent. And then there was a bit in the scene where I was a bit upset or annoyed, and I just started kind of sort of using all these kind of Russian words that I am, and bastardizing them really badly, probably messing them up really badly, but it went something like "Pravashik klar, supravlita stroy, stranar sokrashariat protivnikov." And there might be one word over there that's actually Russian. So yeah, I remembered it like Pravarshi Klar, so Pravlet Nastroy, Stranar so Krushariat Protivnikov, or something like that. And I'm mortified now, and I hope I've not offended all the lovely Russian fans. I hope I haven't offended you or said the wrong thing. The lines of Russian that I knew were from a play, a Bertolt Brecht play called The Caucasian Chalk Circle, which is an amazing play, and I played Grusha. And it was something about the proletariat or something, and the lines were good lines, and the play's a really cool play if you ever care to take a look. It's about, you could apply it to Palestine, you could apply it to a lot of things. It's about people who own things compared to people who look after things, and you could also liken it to this fandom, I think, in ways. But anyway, there's my Russian. That was it, and it wasn't even real Russian, and I'm really sorry if I said it all wrong, but I tried my best. Okay, right, Liz backstage. Oh, that's a great one. Okay, we have a lyric here from Dark Sakura. Once upon a time in quarantine. So I feel like this should be like a musical. And I wish I had an instrument. What do I have? I gave away. I had these little Indian bells that I just gave away. God damn it! Because I feel like I could just. Oh, there's a fire engine. I feel like I could play the little Indian bell. But I don't have anything else. I don't have anything here. But I would play that. Ding. Once upon a time in quarantine, I found myself always staring at my screen. Always at my screen till my eyes turned to mush and my brain bled into my tummy. Once upon a time in quarantine, don't let your eyes turn into mush or your brain bleed into your tummy. It's not the way forwards, everyone. Can anybody relate to that? Can anybody relate to being on screens too much? I don't know. Maybe. I feel like I could have done better with that one. Once upon a time in quarantine, I found myself always on a screen. Screenshot here, screenshot there, screenshot in my face. It's not. I don't know. Maybe this one is not going anywhere good. But yeah, I maybe work on that one and come back to you at a later date. What do you think? Is it worth it? Is it worth pursuing? I think this is a great starter from Dark Sakura. Once upon a time in quarantine. I feel like we've got the tune of the first bit, and it should sound like it should sound like Once Upon a Time, like the Sondheim. So something like that. Once upon a time in quarantine, I found myself always at a screen. I think it's not scanning very well. So I need to maybe break that down and work out the smaller words. Richard Speight would be fast at this. He would do this in a heartbeat, right? Once upon a time in quarantine, she found herself always on a screen. I don't know. It's not. I probably should just walk away now. Just walk away. But I really like your thinking, Dark Sakura. I don't know what your name is. Hi from Holland. Hi Brazil. Austria. Wow, I'm seeing. Tell me where you're from. I'm so cool to see so many people. Oh, Marielle. Is that how you say it? Mariellis. It's going really fast. I'm gonna answer Mariellis' question about jewellery. She's from Holland. Because I want to post something to Holland. See, I'm talking to the phone again. Liz is down there in my head. So make sure you get that information. I think we might have to. That might be all that I've got left to give. I think that might be 12 things. But the question was, if I could design my own jewellery line, what would I design? And I kind of already did a little bit. I have it. I have it somewhere. Maybe I don't have it to hand, but I designed hands like this that got made into a little silver V, stands made into a silver V, but kind of that fell by the wayside. But what I liked about it was that it was simple and clean and kind of pristine. I'm going to wrap it up soon. The stage it's telling me to wrap it up. But yeah, I love jewellery. I mean, just so you know, like I have boxes of it here. I'm such a magpie. Such cool things. Really, like, you know what, like these, like I love these. These are so simple and beautiful and heavy, and actually really go with what I'm wearing, and maybe I should have worn them rather than thought about giving them away. I think there's fine jewellery, and I do like real metal, like real gold or stainless steel, or I can't, I don't know if anybody else is hypoallergenic, needs a hypoallergenic, but I do like, if I'd rather have something smaller that was gold maybe, but then sometimes I just like bling, but simple designs, with jewels. I do love jewels, and sometimes I really feel like I'm in the mood for a jewel tone, or like something really. I love this, and I used to wear this every single day, and now it's tangled up, but you'll see what I mean. I used to wear this every single day because of the colours, and maybe somebody would like this. Can you see? I love this. I love this. Something like that with different jewel tones, but simple, and maybe with real gold and silver. Yeah, so that's nice and light. I'll maybe post this one to Russia and save myself some postage. Yeah, so yeah, I think I might have to wrap up soon. Thank you for joining me. It's been a lot of fun, and I do have a couple of things that I'm going to keep for conventions. I'm going to keep them for conventions. I've got a couple of things for a couple of people in mind, as I said before. Like Brittany, I have something for you, so I'll keep those things and bring them with me, because I do believe we will meet again. This year, whether it's because of vaccinations or we found ways of managing things or whatnot. I hope that can happen. And I hope to see some of you there. So I'm going to keep some of the things. I'm going to post off. I think we have 11 things so far, and we have the top tippers too, and yeah, if I see one more song lyric that's good, I'll do that before we go. Okay, song lyrics. Put them up and I'll take a picture. There we go. Aww. Hunter Lifespan. Hi, my name is Vittoria, which I really love that name. What did you like most when you came to Brazil? Brazil loves you, Ruth. Oi! Thank you so much for your question. When I came to Brazil, this is going to be my last question. I'm so glad Elena came with me when we went to Brazil, to the convention in Brazil. And I loved the energy of the people. There was such energy, there was such brightness and light and fun. I really loved that. I will tell you, maybe I don't know if I shared this with you before, but I had really sore cheeks after the convention in Brazil, because every single person said hello and kissed me in both cheeks, and they said goodbye and kissed me in both cheeks. And when you do that with like 200 or 300 people, it's a lot. And that was just obviously just how you roll. I mean, probably not with COVID now. Probably that would not happen now. But that's just how affectionate, and that's just the way. That's the basic, that's the kind of starting point, and we were made so welcome. I think Supernatural airs on a main channel in Brazil, and I can go about my life and nobody notices me or bothers me or anything, or recognizes me is what I should say. Like once a week, or somebody will say, "Oh, you're Rowena" or whatever. In Brazil, I've never been so recognized, and I started to get a sense of what it must be like more for like Jared and Jensen and Misha, probably what their normal life is like, and it was intense. It was amazing, and I was at the airport when I was leaving, and the lady at the check-in desk was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm checking in Rowena," and it was amazing to be. It was also, people were so happy to see me, and so happy to see somebody who played Rowena in a show that obviously is on one of their main channels. It was really an amazing experience. The whole Brazilian experience for me was really warm and supportive, and overwhelming, and sore in my cheeks. But I really loved the spirit and the joyfulness of all the people that we were surrounded by and were working with. And Roberta, I don't know if she's watching, she looked after us and she was tremendous. And thank you to the convention there. They did a really great job looking after us. It was very well done, very well run. So I would have no qualms about going again. So thank you for your question from Brazil. I've got 3 minutes left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just read some of your comments and say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for joining me. Lolita is shooting a movie, Malvado. Thank you for letting me know that, and please tell her I'm delighted she's shooting a movie, and wish her the best, because she is so gorgeous. I'm so glad. She should be on camera. She should be filming something just now. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Martina. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Luma. Bye-bye, Caitlin. Bye-bye, Anastasia. Skaronsky, thank you. Your designs and our drawings are amazing, and I love everything. I don't know if I can say on here what you're doing, but the thing that you're cooking up is going to be gorgeous, and it's going to be really beautiful. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Krista, thanks for joining me, Krista. Thanks, Ray. Mariah, bye from Texas. It's going so fast now. Mallory, Daria, Christina, I think I saw. It's going so fast. I'm going to try and slow it down and say goodbye to everyone. Bridget Smith, Megan, Catherine, Manuela. Thank you, Liz, and thank you, Daniel. And I hope this has brought a little zing. I hope it's brought a little zing into your spring of the steps that you might take around your own house, or whatever it is you're quarantining, or if you're working or whatnot. Jillian, Ariana, Meg. Oh, it's going so fast again. It's so nice to see so many of you here. Bye, Kaylin, again. And Jones, bye from Spain. Yeah, so we've got our work cut out now for us sending these things out, but I hope you enjoy them. And thank you for joining me. And I will be in touch. I will be in touch with the top tippers and arrange the Skypes, or however we can do it, Zoom or whatever works for people. I will be in touch very soon. I don't know if I'll do it today because I've been online so much this morning trying to get online. But very soon. Thank you for everyone who joined in, and thank you for everyone who tipped over 121. I will do little videos for you as usual. I probably should have said that at the beginning, I forgot. I can hear my tummy rumbling, so it is time to go because I've not had time to eat either. So hope you had fun. Bye from Australia. Bye, Martina. Castiel. Is your name really Castiel? Maybe that's just your handle. Tell me. Aiden, bye from Scotland. Thanks for joining from Scotland. Thank you, Aiden. Danielle again. Julia. Bye to the Ukraine. Bye to Germany. To Belarus. Tell me. Israel, Nitzan, I've seen you before. Nice to see you again. Billy Joe. Thank you, Miss Finch. Catch a nap. I'm going to go eat. I'm going to do that Canadian someday or another. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.